All right, thank you. All right, good day, grade 12s. This is it. It is our last 2-point perspective for this term, and it is a good challenge. And you can see they've twisted it a little bit here, because remember, they are preparing you for a life beyond grade 12 and an exam beyond the end of this year. So let's look at what's the key differences in this given drawing. First things first is look at the position of the HL. I'll just do a highlight for you. All right. We have here an object, a civil structure, if we want to call it, almost like a stage structure. You could think of if you're doing a cabaret or something. You've got the steps coming up. You've got your stage area here, which is this part. You've got the backdrop there with interesting shape in it. We've got the end here that's curved, steps going up. So really a stage prop that they've given us. The HL is, let's say, someone in the audience looking at that stage, the angle that they will view that on. But look at where the standing point is. Now, a lot of learners right here, they fall off the bus. Should you? No, you should still have confidence. What do we know about 2-point perspective? Well, there's going to be one of those corners that's going to be in line with the SP. We can draw that in. Then we know that anything that touches the picture plane, what is true about that? Anything that touches the picture plane touches the ground line. So this point here will be at the bottom on that picture plane, as is this point here. That first step, there's a bit of almost a step back there, but these 2 points are confident. I know this will be the starting points for that. This will be the starting point for that. The next thing I know is that any line here, now you have to be, this is a tough one. That's the edge of this. It's at 30 degrees. Is it? Yeah. Sure. It's a little bit less than 30 degrees. Okay. Oh, okay. Look here. We have to work with lines that are at 60 or 30 degrees. So look here. You see that line is at 60 degrees. That one is at 60. That one. And that one is at 30 degrees. So don't, very important people, this is a first time that you've encountered a drawing like this. Okay. We have to find corners that's either at 30 to 60 or 45 to 45. So this side here already shows me I'm using the 30 degree this side, and so on this end it is the 60 degrees. Okay, forget this one because it's not even at 30 degrees, it's at a complete different angle here. They won't give you two 30 degree angles. It will be either 30 60 or 45 45. Do I have everybody's attention on that one? Okay, so the same steps will be required. From the SP at 60 degrees, I'm going to determine my vanishing points. At the SP, we're going to go up to the picture plane, down, right vanishing point. Make a clear dot, right vanishing point, 2 marks. 30 degrees from the SP, up to the picture plane, down, that is my left vanishing point. At the same time, I'm going to remind myself that all the lines that are at 60 degrees here, if I would extend them, they would go to the right vanishing point. This one, that one, that one, this one here, that line there, all right? Any lines going at the 30 degree, if I would extend them, they would go to the left vanishing point, left vanishing point. This is going to be very important in this one. Let's just double check. Are those? Yes, they are also. So if I would extend these, left vanishing point. You understand why I do that? Okay. All right. Now let's start. All right. Let's get this thing started. I myself am going to start figuring this one out. All right. Okay. Let's start, I think, with what is more easy for us. It's moving in this direction. So this corner here is at the bottom. It aims to the left vanishing point. Okay. How far before something happens? There's another rule here I'm going to help you out with. How far before something happens? Well, up to this point. If you look at the front part here, we've done this line and then there's that step. Okay. This flat surface here, do you agree, is this surface? Okay. And then this step is this one. That step there is that one. Okay. This one is going to the right vanishing point. Let me draw it this way. Okay. Okay. What do I know about a line that is parallel to the picture plane? What do I know about a line that's parallel to the picture plane in the top view? Can you remember? It is parallel in the perspective. Okay. So technically this corner here, I can bring that down to this point, and these two should line up. What's going? So okay, let me see here. Something's not right. Right vanishing point. Where? SP up. Let me just double check quickly something. Here's the right vanishing point. Right vanishing point. Left vanishing. See? Where? Ja, as hy parallel is bo. Ek seker maak my regter verduinpunt is reg, my linker verduinpunt is reg. Daardie punt gaan terug na die regter verduinpunt. Daai gaan terug na die linker. Wie wat ja, ek sien tog, daai is my probleem. Alright, sorry, brain dump. No, don't be mad at me. At least we have a rule that I could test. That is my problem. Alright, this needs to aim to the... Is that what you were saying? Alright, that needs to aim to the picture plane. Glory. Yo, who could believe we make that? But you see, that's something that happens if something is new and you haven't encountered it. That's why if you can draw as many of these drawings as possible, you're going to face this challenge. So the rule, there we go. That's the rule. A line that is parallel in the top view is parallel in the perspective. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So now we're back on track. There's the baseline. Just up to this point, is there anybody in class that wants me to repeat a step up to this point? Okay. All right. Let's do our second height here. There's the height. I can, that we can bring that to the SP. And from the SP we go back. In a line that is parallel. Okay, the next, that's the top of that step. Now we're going to go back to, so this point is this point. Now it goes back to the left vanishing point. Aim it for the SP. Thank you for reminding me. And down. Same with this one. Alright, so we've navigated through that initial hurdle. And so the test again is these should be parallel to each other. And they are. This line is parallel to that line because a line that is parallel to the picture plane is parallel in the perspective. Okay. Good. Then there's another height here. And here, bring that across. Goes to this point. Aim to the SP. So I think a very good reminder of this challenge that we had at the beginning of this lesson is for you to remember to keep to the steps. Keep to the steps. I myself here teaching was for a moment confused because I was not using the step of aiming down to the SP. So just keep to your steps and you are going to be fine. Alright, the last height here is the top of this. This one I can now draw in nice and dark. Alright, let's take a deep breath. Happy with that up to that point? Anybody wants me to repeat the step? Okay, now the interesting one is this one that's at the corner, that's at a different angle, okay? I have this front part, there it is. I need to determine this corner here, alright? So what I can do is, I'm going to aim this line down to my picture plane. We're going to do the height line method. From there, I'm going to bring it down to where it is in line with that height. And this line, that going back to the left vanishing point is this line. Okay, and you see it's aimed at the left vanishing point. So I draw that in construction. And now all I have to do is, if I bring this point down to the SP, aim it, and down, this corner is that corner. Right? At the bottom, we have another line. Let's do that one at the bottom. So if I aim that now to the picture plane. Alright, I'm going to bring this all the way down to the bottom. From here back to the left vanishing point. Okay, that is right on this corner, a line running. In line, I just have to bring this point now down to the SP. We won't do its full height now. Just do that corner. Okay, and then this one joins with that. Enigiemand met 'n vraag, want hierdie was nou 'n belangrike stap. Anybody with a question on this step? There's height to this. We won't do the height now. I just wanted to help you understand. Did you get this base? Must I repeat it quickly? Okay. Kyk gou mooi. Everybody's attention. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You agree with me that this is an interesting corner that poses a challenge? We've determined this corner, yes? What I do know is if I can determine this corner and that corner, I can just draw my line to those two dots. So how do I determine this corner, which is this one? And how do I determine this bottom corner, which is this one? Those are the two unknown ones. How do I do that? I use the height line method. So I first did this one. How do I do that? This is at 30 degrees up to the picture plane. Now I bring it down to where it is in line with this height. There it is. and I bring this line gauge to the left vanishing point. So I head this now back to the left vanishing point. Yes? Where on that line is my corner? Well, there it is. Down to the SP, to the picture plane, down, dot. And that's this line. This corner, which is this one, how do I do that? I aim it to the picture plane. Now this is right at the bottom, so I have to bring it all the way down to the bottom here. And from here, it's this line at the bottom running to the left vanishing point, draw it to the left vanishing point. Where on that line is this corner? Well, aim it to the SP, bring it down, dot. Ah of nay. Okay. And then there's height to it. I'm going to do the height next. Okay. How do I determine the height? I can do the same steps. Here's my height. I've already brought this to the picture plane, so all I have to do is bring this to there. Where does it go from here? Help my. Die mense help jy teken nou nie, maar nou kyk. Jy kan nie nou teken nie, want ek verduidelik nou vir jou. Everybody, eyes on the board. I assume now everybody's got this bottom. This height, how do I determine this height? This is the width, okay? I've brought it down to the picture plane, and I've brought that height, because all I want is these two dots right at the top. So I've brought it down to the picture plane, down, down, same height. Where does it go to from here? To the right vanishing point or the left vanishing point? Look at where it is. It's these two lines at the top. They are aiming to what? To the left. They're not aiming to the right. They're aiming to the left. So I'm going to take the front back to the left vanishing point in construction. Where on this line are those two dots? There's the one. Okay. Now let's see. What about the one at the back? It's this one. Okay. To the left vanishing point. There we go. Confidence. How far until it gets to this point? Aim it down to the left to the standing point. Okay. Now don't be afraid now. Now you have to draw with confidence. Okay. But now you're wondering, what about this angle here? It's funny. Well, it's this line here. It's anyway funny. Okay? But you have the two dots, so you just draw that in with confidence. But it's this corner here that's now important. Where does this go? To the left vanishing point. How far before something happens? Up to this point here. Okay? Aim it to the SP. Down. Okay. This corner here in front is that corner. I can just do, okay, from there it goes down. There's a step down. This line is that part. You agree with me? Okay, let's see if I can do two things here. If I take it, if I project this height to the SP, that line here, and I project that to the right vanishing point, we're going to do a double check here. Alright, that goes back where it touches here, bring it across, aim it for the left vanishing point. Okay, bring that down. Okay, this corner at the bottom is now this corner. Alright, let's double let's just double check that if I can. Okay, so we can bring this down to the 60 degrees to the picture plane, bring it down to this height, and where does this line go? Back to the right vanishing point. Sorry. Okay, I think this one is probably correct. to the front, down, bring that height across, aim to the right vanishing point. I'm going to figure out now what. Then we aim this corner to the SP and down. Let's see it. Okay, that height. All right, that height. Okay, sorry. Yeah, this one that I did initially is not going to work because this one isn't at 30 degrees. Eh? Sorry, it's not at 60 degrees. If I did, yeah, right. Forget about this first line that I projected. There's your correct one. Okay, I'll just repeat it. So it's this corner here. I want to determine that height. Aim it to the picture plane. From there, we're going to bring it down in line with that height. Bring it across. Where it meets, it goes in the direction of the right vanishing point. Back to the right vanishing point where that one meets. There it is. Okay. Then the top, this top part, I have to determine this point. I'm going to have to determine this point as well. Yes, je vraag.
Om daai punt te kry, kan jy nie net die onderkant
O, is hy parallel? Ah, hy's parallel, ja. Dit is die vraag. Alright, there is again a parallel line and a parallel line, so that makes our job much easier. That line goes across. How far? Up to this point. Well, your question at least helped me to realize that. And down. This corner is that front. Okay, the one at the back. Alright, now this one, I just had to get the one at the back. There's a depth there. It's this one now. I just have to find that point as well. So let's aim that to the SP. And down. This point here. So this point is that point that joins. So there's a slight. Okay. All right, let's do this front to figure out this end here. So from this point, we're going to the left vanishing point. How far? Up to this point, aim that to the SP. This is a very good challenge. Like if you wanting something to practice, this would be a good drawing. To even draw it a second time and a third time, because this first time we're just figuring it out. May I be honest with you? Even I'm challenged by this one. So you just draw this the first time. Alright, let's get this at the bottom here. There's a height that we need to determine. Okay, this one runs on the front. It's this line. Okay, from that corner, this corner at the bottom, parallel line. Alright, this corner is that corner, there's a line there. And then this one, that's going to the left vanishing point, so here we have another line. Right, then this line should line up with that one if we correct. Ah, thank goodness. Right. You see that center line there, that one is this line. Okay. Sure, what a time for a breather. Alright, we'll do the hexagon now. Let's finish this arc here at the end. We're doing it exactly the same like we've done previous arcs. We're going to divide this into 6 equal parts. You can do it different ways. I'm just going to take the radius here. Right, just that radius. And we're going to do tip and tip. And then here, tip and tip. And then we bring that back like we did in previous ones. To this one, this one, this one. So to help you out, these are the important dots. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. The other important dots, of course, are these. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Okay? So from this side here, these heights, because we need to copy them to my front view. Now do you see here from, I'm actually looking at it from this side. That line is the yellow one. So I need to copy these distances across. I'm just going to copy them to the center line. Okay. So I'm going to take the first distance. It's this one. Bring that across here. That might not be necessary. Okay, what we can do is we have these points. Let's bring them down to this line. Right, aim it to the SP. There's the first one. We've done that one. Let's do the second one. Down. So this dot is that dot. This first dot is that one. Now the next one. Aim it to the SP. I think if you learn one thing from this drawing, it is to take your time. It is to persevere. You are a future engineer, so to solve problems, even if there's some setbacks, even if there's some steps or challenges, keep to your original rules with regards to two-point perspective. And if you find that something's not working, find a way to get it drawn. Okay. And then I would really want to encourage you, a drawing like this that's challenged you, to redraw it. Redraw it 2 times, 3 times even, to gain more confidence. Okay, so those are the dots. Now they're already all aiming, not all of them, but they are aiming back to the left vanishing point. Let me use red here. So this one is aiming to the left vanishing point. This one is aiming to the left vanishing point. So is this one. So is this one. Okay. Right, where that line there is in fact that line. This line is the next one. That center one is this one. Where is it that something happens? Well, there it is, those blue dots. So now I'm going to go, the first one is on this corner. Those are the common ones, I know them. But let me find this dot. How do I do that? Well, I have to aim to the SP. Where it touches the picture plane, bring it down. Make a dot with confidence. Make a blue one. Alright, next one. Aim it to the SP. Touches the picture plane. another dot. Okay, last middle one. Very flattish arc here. Okay, next one. And now we have to do the French curve. This is as flat as I've seen these. Okay, there we go. Okay, so a very flat arc on my end. I might have a little bit of accuracy. I think my paper also moved, so it's very possible. If you look at that, yeah, my paper did move. But it is going to be a very flattish arc. I think it probably would have been a little bit further here. That first one might have been the correct one. So just check, it's still going to be quite flat. And then the hexagon on this side. So half a hexagon. The bottom is an easy one. We have that line running down. Let's aim that one to the SP. So also this one here. Alright, then the two in the middle here, aim it to the SP. Okay, that height, we can use the height line method, so you bring that across. So there on the front, we already have a height, just bring that across here. Alright, there's some depth to it, so it goes to the right vanishing point, how far. Same with that one, how far back. Okay, I think one last thing here is at the back. There's a line here that we should draw in. Okay, this was a tough one. I think the only thing here that I would have probably wanted to do better is this arc, because my page slipped, but the method will be like we've shown. Rightio, that is then page 417 in the HSE workbook. Please take your time, make sure you practice this to be able to do this with confidence. Thank you for watching. Now it's your turn.